प्रकृतेः क्रियमाणानि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ता हमिति मन्यते. Hello friends, this is the 27th shlok of the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Prakriteः kriyamanani, which means through Prakriti are active. Gunahe karmani sarvashah, which means qualities through which actions happen. Ahankara vimudhatma, which means fools identify with ego. Karta hamiti manyate, which means believe themselves to be the doers. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna starts a new idea, and he is now clarifying to Arjun that in this world, who actually is the doer. So, he says that in this world, all the actions that are performed, all the activities that are going on, all these things are actually going on through the qualities of the nature. However, we as individuals get fooled by this thing, and we basically identify ourselves with the ego and thus believe that we actually are the doers, while in reality the doer is the prakriti or nature. So this is a very important idea. This idea is going to be coming again and again in Bhagavad Gita, and so it is very important that you understand it. And I think it's generally not very easy to just follow it like that, wherein how do you really understand who the doer is and who really not is the doer? Because when we are living in this world, the things look so real to us that we really think that we are the doers. But if you were to really understand the grand scheme of things, then in that you will realize that you are not actually the doer. It is the nature which is actually the doer, and you can really say that it's actually God who is the doer, and through nature and through you, he is actually performing his actions in this world. So we can understand it through an example. In a forest, for example, we know that there are tigers and there are deers. Now, if the population of the tigers increases, then the population of the deers is going to decrease. And when the population of deers is going to decrease, then the population of tigers is also going to decrease, because the food that is available to them is going to decrease also. So basically, in this world, the population of the tigers and the population of the deers is associated in such a way. Now, in this situation, tigers might think that they are actually the doers, because they are the ones who determine the population of the deers, and so they might think that they are the doers, while the deers might think that they are the doers because they get eaten by the tigers, and therefore they can think that they are the ones who are really determining the population of tigers. And so this cycle of the tigers and deers in a forest is something in which the tigers might think that they are the doers who are determining this process, while the deers might think that they are the ones who are determining this process. But in reality, both of them are not really determining this process. It's a process which is controlled by nature. And so neither the tigers are the doers nor the deers are the doers. The real doer is the nature, which is basically determining what population of tigers and what population of deers can be sustained in a forest. So from this we can understand that as an individual we might think that we are the doers, but in the grand scheme of things we are nothing. In this whole universe, an individual is basically nothing. He is gets just a small tool. He gets played around by mother nature here and there. But in our wrong identification with our ego, we get completely deluded and we think that we are really acting in this world and we are really increasing our ego. But in reality, that ego is nothing. It's just a product of the circumstances. And in the grand scheme of things, there are much higher forces which are really playing their part which are actually determining what happens in this world, and how that basically determines the actions of the individual also. So it's not that the individual is really in control of his actions, it's actually the nature which is in control of the actions of the individual. And we will discuss about this more in detail in next shlok. But the point that you have to understand over here is that you might think that you are the doer. That is because you are identifying with your ego. But if you were to detach yourself from this ego and have a look at the circumstances from a wider perspective, then you will see that actually you are not the doer. You are just conditioned to act in a certain way by this nature in itself. So that is the message of this shlok. I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.